not the Christian church. We're not out here to get numbers. We are here to save souls. It's not about numbers. It's about real men of God.
I'm going to show you what the Most High told us to do on the Sabbath. Give me Luke 14 and 20. What you're doing right now is what the Most High commands each and every black, Hispanic, and Native American man to do. We are out here raising up the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right.
Which are you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Read that.
No, we're the propitiation of our sin.
And he is.
Jesus Christ is the propitiation of our sin.
That's right.
Bring it up. So that's the kind of nonsense we're talking about. Of God.
The what?
Oracles of God.
This Bible was only given to the children of Israel.
That's right.
It was not given to any African. It was not given to any Egyptian. Give me Psalms 147, 19 and 20. Because according to the Bible, we are at the bottom of society because we do not keep God's laws, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
And it's high time that we wake up out of sleep.
Neither keep they the king's law.
And they don't even keep the king's law. Because guess what? Just because the so-called white man says Sunday is the Sabbath, we say, no, that's not true. The Sabbath is on Saturday, and we're going to keep it on Saturday.
That's right.
And we're going to write up a written document saying I'm not working on the Sabbath. Because we're different from everybody else. We're not going to do what everybody else does. We're not going to sing and dance like the white man has told us to do over 400 years.
We are the Israelites with Israel united in Christ. We are out here to teach you your true nationality according to God's holy word.
That's right.
All right, sis. So, let me start off by asking you an easy question, right? What is your nationality? You're not sure? Did you know that that was biblical? You didn't know that? All right, give me that. This is biblical according to the Bible.
Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner.
Sis, do you know what an ox is? An ox, cattle. You know what cattle is, right? Like cows. Okay, so that's what an ox is, right? Read.
The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
Now, do you know what an ass is? An ass is a donkey. So you know what a donkey is, and you know what a cow is, right? Just different words, that's all it is. Now, listen closer, read it from the top.
The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel,
But who?
but Israel does not know. My people does not consider.
So sis, let me ask you this question. If you ask a Chinese man, right? If he was standing right next to you, a Chinese man, what's your nationality? He's gonna say, I'm from China, right? Or let's deal with an actual African. Because I attended FAMU, right? And there's a lot of Africans that went there. So they'll say, oh, I'm from Kenya, right? I'm from Ghana. I'm from Egypt. I'm from Morocco. They can tell you where they're from. Why is it that the so-called Negro in America, when we ask that question, we don't know where we're from because we know we're not from America, right? And we know they tell us that we're from Africa. But Africa is what? It's a continent. It has countries in it. So, read that again for me, officer.
Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel does not know. My people does not consider.
So sis, you hit it right on the head. God's people, they don't know who they are. I bet you didn't know that you were God's people. You knew that under a Christian mindset. Because you would say that, but then you would see a Chinese, African, and a white man and say, they're the children of God too. You would say that, right? What if I told you that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans were only God's people?
That's right. That's right.
What if I told you that? How would you feel about that thing? He loved all of us? All praises, sis. Hopefully, Lord willing, that you can get some understanding today. Give me Joel 2:27 real quick.
Bring it out.
We're going to go through these scriptures, sis, and we're going to speak God's words. This ain't our words, and we're going to teach you today, okay, sis?
That's right.
Watch this.
Joel chapter 2 and verse 27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel.
Of who?
That I am in the midst of Israel.
Now, sis, I want you to point your direction to this sign right here, sis. You can get closer if you need to. The 12 tribes of Israel. I want you to see that. Who are the people of Israel today? It ain't the fake people in the land today, because according to the Bible, the true Israelites will go into slavery.
Right.
All right? So sis, I want you to see that it's a common thing. So-called blacks, you got Hispanics and Native Americans, right? Now, what do we all have in common? We're all called a certain word. It starts with the M. Think about it. It's called minority. You ever heard of that before, sis? Minorities? A little bit? Okay. It just so happens that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the minorities of the world today.
Right.
But let's see what God says about these people. Read it again, officer.
And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God, and none else.
What? Wait. Read it one more time. What did he say?
I am the Lord your God, and none else. That's right.
Now, sis, the question is, why have you not been taught that?
Right.
Everybody don't teach that. Let's make it simple. How do we get over here? We walk. Let me make it easier. 400 plus years ago in the 1600s, how did you and my forefathers get here in America? I'm sorry, I can't hear you, sis.
God, I couldn't.
God? Yes, by God. What was the method of transportation? We walked. So where do they say we come from, sis? What continent do they say we come from? Right. So we walked from Africa to America. How did we get here? What was the method of transportation? From Africa to America, you can walk.
A boat.
There you go, sis. A boat. What kind of boat? I'm sorry?
I'm not sure. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, that's fine, sis. What about this? What kind of boat is this? What kind of boat? Look close, sis. What kind of boat is this? Because you're very intelligent. The enemy has taught you that you're not intelligent. What kind of boat is that? That is a slave ship.
That's right.
Now, sis, would you believe me if I told you that slavery and slave ships were prophesied in this Bible? Let's go to it. I'm going to show you that right now. Could you give me Deuteronomy 1 and 1 verse? Because all we've been talking about, we haven't been talking about everybody. We've been talking about one people, the Israelites, right? So we're going to stick with that topic. Watch this.
Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Unto all Israel. So we know, all of us, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Right.
Correct.
That's right.
Now give me Deuteronomy 28:15. So according to this, these curses that we're about to read about only happen to who? Israel. Right. Exactly. Read this.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
All these curses shall come upon us, sis, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's right.
Could you give me Exodus 20 and 2? Because, sis, I have to make sure you're following along. Have you ever heard of Moses before? What is Moses famous for?
Fishing. You went fishing.
No, that's the New Testament. No, I'm talking about Moses. Think about, you ever heard of Egypt? You ever heard of Pharaoh? A little bit. Have you ever seen The Prince of Egypt, that little cartoon movie? Right. So think in that mindset. So Moses, he delivered who from the hand of the Pharaoh and the Egyptians? Not the African people, because the Egyptians, they are Africans. The Egyptians, they had certain people in slavery. Do you remember who? It was us. But God calls us something. Remember? Israelites. Israelites. So sis, think about that mind frame when you hear these scriptures. Alright? Moses, which was a black man like you and me, alright? The Most High used him to deliver us out of slavery. Okay? Read the scripture.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
So sis, the land of Egypt, right? The actual term for Egypt is Mizraim. It's called Egypt because Egypt means bondage, right? That's why he calls it Egypt. Read it again.
I am the Lord thy God, which just brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So, when our forefathers were in Egypt under Pharaoh, we were slaves.
Right.
The same way we were slaves here in America. Revelations 11:8 calls this place spiritual Sodom and Egypt.
Right.
That's biblical. Now I'm showing you that slavery, slave ships like we showed you, is in the Bible. All right, I went there for a reason. You're going to see that.
Bring it up. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Read it one more time.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Sis, what does Egypt mean? What? No, what does Egypt mean? We just read it, remember? No. Go back to Exodus 20 and 2. I want you to listen and think about this, okay? Exodus 20 and 2.
We just brought thee out of the land.
Call it and read it.
Exodus chapter 20 and 2. I am the Lord thy God. We just brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
So, he brought us out of the land of Egypt. Now he's going to tell us what Egypt means. Read.
Out of the house of bondage.
Egypt means house of bondage. You see that, right? Go back to Deuteronomy 28:68.
Bring it out. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So, back to bondage again.
All praises.
Now this is a prophecy because Moses said this to the Israelites, right? After the Lord brought them out of Egypt the first time.
Right.
So think about that. Read it again from the top.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
Now sis, when did we go back into bondage again with ships? Now where were we brought? Where were we taken from and where were we brought? From the coast of Africa to where? To the Americas. Right. So, thus saith the Lord, our slavery, our history is in this Bible.
That's right.
You see that? Give me Job 8 and 8. This is what we're trying to do, sis. We are out here to wake our people up.
Right.
We are out here to say, stop looking at this historical text as if it's not you.
Right.
Every time we think about Jesus Christ, we think of a white man. When we think about Moses, we think of a white man.
Right.
No, this is our history.
That's
These are our fathers.
Bring it out.
And we're going to teach you that today, sis. Watch this.
For inquire,
Call it and read it.
Job chapter 8 and verse 8. For inquire, I pray thee of the former age.
Inquire and pray thee of the former age, those who came before us, sis, because we don't have a nationality, we don't have a heritage, we do not have history.
Right.
So the scripture says what? Read it again.
Job chapter 8 and verse 8. For inquire, I pray thee of the former age, and prepare thyself for the search of their fathers.
So sis, prepare yourself for the search of your fathers. That's what we are doing. We're preparing you right now, sis, so you can learn who you are.
Right.
Repent and get back to your father.
That's right.
Right, sis? Now, how are you going to search for your fathers if you don't know what to read, you don't know what they look like? You have to go to somebody to teach you, sis. Let's get that real quick. Acts 8:27. And we're going to teach you. We're going to do it willingly, and we're going to do it happily, sis.
Right.
We are here for you. We are here for everybody because we love our people.
That's right.
All right, give me that.
Acts chapter 8 and verse 27. And he arose and went, and behold, a man of Ethiopia, an eunuch of great authority.
So a man of Ethiopia, just so happens, he read.
Under Candace, queen of the Ethiopians,
Read.
who had charge of all her treasure,
Read.
and had come to Jerusalem to worship.
All right, sis, if you got to go, you have the flyer, okay? You contact, read that flyer and contact us. Read on.
Thank you.
All right, sis.
Have a great day.
Was returning and sitting in his chariot. Read Isaiah the prophet.
Reading Isaiah the prophet. Read.
Then the Spirit said unto Philip, Go near and join thyself to this chariot. And Philip ran thither to him, and heard him read the prophet Isaiah, and said, Understandest what thou readest?
So he says, do you understand what you read? Just like with the sister. She didn't quite understand what was being brought out until we gave her the sense.
Right.
Read.
And he said, How can I, except some man should guide me?
How can I accept some man to guide me? So
So that's how all of us should be.
Right.
Every last one of us need to humble down and learn these scriptures.
That's right.
Because right now in our captivity, we identify ourselves with our oppressor. What does the Bible say about that? Give me that. Give me Proverbs 3:31. What does the Bible say about us identifying with the oppressor? Let's find out.
Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
Envy thou not the oppressor.
Right.
Who oppressed us? Who is ruling over us? Who are our enemies?
Bring it out.
Right now it's the so-called white man.
Don't do that.
Just telling you the truth. Who put chains around our necks?
Right.
Who raped our mothers?
Right.
Matter of fact, forget the past.
Right.
Who's killing us every day right now?
That's right.
Our enemies.
Right.
This is thus saith the Lord.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel, Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.